survival of the fittest. The concept that organisms that are best adapted to their environment are more likely to survive and reproduce. The principle that individuals or groups with superior traits or abilities are more likely to succeed or prosper. Only the strongest and most resilient plants survive in this arid climate, illustrating the principle of survival of the fittest. The company's restructuring led to layoffs, reflecting the reality of survival of the fittest in the corporate world. Darwin's theory of evolution by natural selection is often summarized as survival of the fittest. The harsh conditions in the wilderness test the survival of the fittest among the animal population. In the competitive business world, it's often a case of survival of the fittest. Evolutionary leap. A significant and rapid advancement or development in the evolutionary process of a species. A major and transformative change or improvement in a particular area or field. The invention of the Internet marked an evolutionary leap in communication and information exchange. The introduction of smartphones represented an evolutionary leap in technology, changing how people interact and access information. The discovery of fire was an evolutionary leap for early humans, revolutionizing their way of life. The evolution of birds from dinosaurs is considered a significant evolutionary leap in the history of life on Earth. The ability to communicate through language was a crucial evolutionary leap for human civilization. Nature versus nurture. The debate regarding the relative influence of genetic inheritance, nature, versus environmental factors, nurture, in shaping human behavior and traits. The contrast between inherent biological characteristics and the impact of external influences on an individual's development. The study of identical twins separated at birth provides valuable insights into the interplay between nature and nurture. Psychologists often study twins raised in different environments to investigate the nature versus nurture debate. The criminal justice system considers both nature and nurture factors when evaluating offenders' culpability and potential for rehabilitation. Parents may wonder how much of their child's personality is determined by genetics versus upbringing, reflecting the nature versus nurture dilemma. The discussion about whether talent is innate or developed through practice is a classic example of the nature versus nurture argument. Adapt or die. The necessity for organisms to adjust to changes in their environment or face extinction. The idea that individuals or organizations must evolve and change to survive in a competitive or changing landscape. The concept of adapt or die applies not only to organisms but also to industries and economies. In the ever-changing business world, companies must adapt or die. Species unable to adapt to climate change may face extinction, highlighting the principle of adapt or die. The ability to learn new skills and technologies is essential in today's job market. It's adapt or die. The decline of traditional media outlets serves as a reminder of the importance of adaptability in the digital age. Born with a silver spoon in one's mouth. Born into wealth or privilege, having advantages and opportunities from birth, inheriting wealth or social status from one's family background. Some people resent those who are born with a silver spoon in their mouths, believing they don't appreciate the value of hard work. The politician's opponents accused him of being out of touch with ordinary people, claiming he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Despite being born with a silver spoon in his mouth, he worked hard to establish his own successful business. Growing up in a mansion and attending exclusive schools, she was born with a silver spoon in her mouth. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth and has never experienced financial hardship. Change one's stripes. to alter one's behavior or characteristics, especially in a fundamental or noticeable way, to adopt a different approach or attitude, often departing from one's previous patterns or habits. The company rebranded and changed its stripes to appeal to a younger demographic. It's never too late to change your stripes and become the person you want to be. She used to be known for her reckless behavior, but she changed her stripes and became more responsible. After his near-death experience, he decided to change his stripes and live a healthier lifestyle. The politician promised to change his stripes and focus on transparency and accountability if elected. Fish out of water. Someone who feels uncomfortable or out of place in a particular situation. A person who is in an unfamiliar environment and doesn't know how to behave. As an introvert at a loud party, I often feel like a fish out of water. Being the only vegetarian at the barbecue, she felt like a fish out of water. As a non-native speaker, he often feels like a fish out of water in meetings conducted entirely in English. Growing up in the city, he felt like a fish out of water when he visited his relatives in the countryside. When I attended the advanced math class, I felt like a fish out of water among all the genius students. Go down like a lead balloon. To be received with disapproval or lack of enthusiasm. To fail to impress or be well received by others. To have a negative or unfavorable impact. To be met with a cold or indifferent response. Her attempt to lighten the mood with a sarcastic remark went down like a lead balloon at the funeral. The proposal to cut employee benefits went down like a lead balloon with the workers' union. His joke about the boss's hair went down like a lead balloon at the staff meeting. The new product launch went down like a lead balloon, failing to generate interest among consumers. The comedian's political jokes went down like a lead balloon at the conservative fundraiser. A fish rots from the head down. Problems or corruption in an organization typically originate with its leadership or those in positions of authority. Difficulties or issues within a group often start at the top and trickle down to affect the entire organization. The coach's lack of discipline and accountability set a bad example for the team. Truly, a fish rots from the head down. When employees witnessed dishonesty at the highest levels, they began to lose trust in the entire organization, proving that a fish rots from the head down. The school's declining academic performance stemmed from ineffective leadership. It's clear that a fish rots from the head down. In politics, scandals often indicate deeper systemic issues because, as the saying goes, a fish rots from the head down. The company's financial troubles were a result of poor decision-making by its executives. After all, a fish rots from the head down. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Don't assume success or anticipate positive outcomes prematurely. Wait until something is certain before celebrating or making plans. Be cautious and avoid premature optimism or overconfidence, as unforeseen circumstances can lead to disappointment. She was already planning her dream vacation before receiving her bonus, but her financial advisor cautioned her not to count her chickens before they hatch. I know you're excited about the job offer, but don't count your chickens before they hatch. Wait until you've signed a contract. It's tempting to start spending the lottery winnings in your head, but don't count your chickens before they hatch. The company's projected profits looked promising, but the CEO warned against counting chickens before they hatched, emphasizing the need for cautious optimism. The team was confident of victory, but their coach reminded them not to count their chickens before they hatch. Level up your English. Master vocabulary, idioms, and phrasal verbs with fun quizzes. Translate meanings into 104 languages. Download now. Link in the description. Please like and subscribe to our channel.